as we close, we always like to end our show with like a crowd favorite, and it's called Bring Some Weed, I Got a Story to Tell. And I
Okay.
to smoke, right?
Yeah.
So for this section, what we do is we afford our guests an opportunity to tell a story of their choice. Like it could be something that happened to you by surprise. It could be like something that was considered to be a miracle. It could be a story of your choice. But we like to afford the guests to tell a story that they feel is important to them to close out the show.
Oh, this is exciting. I feel like my story of how I got to study abroad and live in Greece for 6 months. It was an amazing experience, but also my experience getting there was just like I never thought I could even be in Europe or dream of being there. But I'm gonna take you through the back end first before we celebrate that accomplishment. So I was talking to this lady. Her name was Imani, and she was like my mentor at DePaul, basically like an unannounced mentor or whatever. I was asking like, what was the thing that you wish you did, or like what you can do now? Because she was like graduating the next year, and she's like she wished she studied abroad, and I was like, well, what's that? Like abroad where? But like she was like, just go look at the study abroad programs and apply and see what you can do. So I wanted to study abroad. They had like 1 week programs, and I applied for all of them. Like one was going to London, one was going to Germany. Um, I know what I was doing. I was just applying for them because she said like go somewhere else besides America and see how people live in, and just get it brings a different aspect on life. So I was like, all right, cool. I got denied for all them programs I applied for. I'm just like, how? Like how? Like I got denied for every single like last one I applied for. So I was like, okay, let me just go apply for a semester.
Okay.
So I applied. They had one going to Spain and one going to Greece. So I applied to both of them, and like I got like to the next step was like an interview with the person who was like basically like your leader or who's gonna take you there. And one of the ladies, the one going to Spain, she just completely like brushed me off like I was not there, or like I wasn't deserving of being there. And that's like the vibe I got. She's like, oh, why do you think you can go there? And I was like, well, I never been there before, just trying to like sell myself. But it was a no. It was a hard no. Like she told me at the end of the meeting, like, yeah, I don't think this is for you. And it was like, girl, I just want to get across the world. But when I got to interview with the lady to go to Greece, and I was just telling her about like all my experiences, like applying for it, and I was like, I'm really like I was even discouraged. Like I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to get it. And she was like, sometimes you gotta go through a lot of no's to hear one yes. And at this point, I'm just like, I was just discouraged. You couldn't tell me that I was gonna be in America. But yeah, I never been to Greece. I never even heard about Greece. And I went there for 6 months. I didn't even do any research about going or nothing. But when I got there, it was an amazing experience, but also like women are not valued there. It's like the only woman that you would probably see is like a teenage girl working at a cafe. But most of the women were at home, like taking care of the household. And I was a foreign object, but it wasn't like a foreign object where like you like denied access to something. It was just like they never seen a black girl or black girls being able to like go to school, go hang out at night at certain times, or go be able to like do the touristy things in the city. Like you're like a foreign object to them. And I just like never take the experience for granted because most of those women can't go to school or they don't have the same experience. It just made me appreciate like not some people like white privilege, but also I had to come to myself like, oh, that's a black girl privilege to be in somebody else's country and still live like I'm an American and not be treated the same or look differently or, even like harassed or anything. So I just like that experience like really made me realize my privilege and what I want to bring to the world because I know that these women over here don't even have the same aspect of even going to school or getting a job. Like their job is to literally find their husband
Mm.
and raise kids. Even though that's an important thing to raise a human and stuff, but also like you want that identity to know that you could make it in a world where
Yes.
yeah. So I feel like that's my what is it, smoking story.
That is so spectacular. That is really spectacular. And I would only say to you that it is our ugliest experiences in life that offer us our greatest growth.
Yeah.
So all of the no's, right? All of the no's brought you to the realization that you just explained, which is very important. And that's why you told that story, right? Because
Yeah.
it's
So
very,
like no, like at some point somebody's gonna say yes and it's gonna pride you look like it's gonna be the yes that you were waiting for with the best experience and everything that you would hope for. So like never give up.
never give up just because you hear no, right?
Yeah.
Because
And you can hear 1,000 no's.
yeah, right. It might be 20 doors that close, and then the 21st door might open, and that might be like the highlight of your life.
Yeah, like that's the one.
Yeah, so we can never give up. So we appreciate